Hey VC, Jeff JG Yokohama here. Yeah, COVID going full strength here in Virginia. Wondering if I got it myself because I woke up with a throbbing headache this morning and yeah, not been feeling myself. So yeah, might be a long week at home listening to records. Damn. Um, yeah, starting to lose my voice now. Great. So yeah, I thought do a little some of the do some of the records I've been listening to the last few months I didn't cover in my last video, and some stuff I've been listening over the last week. So it's actually grown into a bit of a stack as well. So let's just kind of jump in there. Last spin, I haven't quite gotten all the way through this, but this is my old copy from, I think I bought this in high school. Still quite clean. So my copy of Throbbing Gristle's Heathen Earth. This was pretty late in their career because I think they broke up like 6 months or so after this was recorded. This was a live performance in 1980. It says February 1980 between 8:10 and 9 o'clock at Industrial Records. So yeah, I think this was the second pressing UK. So yeah, reason we're showing this first is this fellow here, Genesis P Orange. I think later. So he transitioned Genesis Brayer Peorange, I think. Peorage, I think, is how you pronounce it. Or she. But yeah, she just passed away today, actually. So yeah, rest in peace there. But yeah, nice piece of early industrial, experimental. It's not something it doesn't have much of a groove or anything to it. It's mostly just droning guitars and spoken word. But yeah, nice album. I do have to pick up some of their other stuff on vinyl because I had it on CD back in the day, and I just haven't rebought it. So yeah, that's the second pressing. I think the labels are pretty similar to the originals. Originals, blue or black. But this is the repress from Mute. So it came out like a year or so after the original pressing, I believe. But yeah, interesting album. I think it got a repress maybe like a year or two ago, so you can probably pick it up again. So let's just go through some stuff I've been listening to, either in the last week or I pulled some stuff from the last couple of months or so. I don't think I really showed properly. So the first one I give a spin to today. I picked this up before leaving Japan at one of those like dollar bin specials. So Junko Ohashi, vocal Japanese jazz. It has a little more of a pop leaning. But yeah, actually, I was surprised. I really like this. I wasn't sure if I'd like it or not because I'd sampled some of her stuff on YouTube in the past. I saw this for like $1 and it was really clean, so I bought it. Kind of thinking I probably wouldn't like it that much, but actually, yeah, I'd buy more. So Junko Ohashi, this is I think just called Live. Yep, it does say Taregare my ride. Okay, yeah, something live. Anyway, yeah, this is very enjoyable. So it kind of vocal jazz, but it's got a little more of a. I think it was recorded around 80, 81 again, so got a lot of 80s stuff here. But yeah, it's got a little bit of a disco flavor going starting there. Here, there's another one from my original high school collection that I saved. So magazine by Play. This is American first pressing, which I think came out like a year after the UK one. In Japan, I picked up the UK second press, which came out like a year or so later. So I was kind of A-Bing it today. I think my newer copy I bought in Japan, which is the UK one, might sound a little better, just because I think I played this one to death when I was in high school, and I maybe didn't have the best needle on my player at the time. So yeah, they're very similar, but I might go with the slightly cleaner UK copy. But yeah, this one's still in the shrink. The UK copy has got the texture sleeve, kind of like you'd see on Joy Division stuff at the time. So UK's on Virgin. This one's on IRS. It's got the typical silver IRS. The silver IRS. Yeah, not coming out of the sleeve there. It's got the silver IRS sleeve there. or label rather. Yeah, you can tell I'm out of it. Yeah. So I it kind of pains me to get rid of the original. So I don't know. I might hold on to it, but it's definitely a favorite. Definitive Gaze, I believe, or this is the I don't know the one that's got the faces on it. That's my favorite magazine one. This is probably my second favorite. Not as big on the Carcuse of Soap, but I still do need to get it. And I regret leaving a minty first press in Japan. I found it. I thought it was a little overpriced, but now, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I would pay now. This one picked up again back in high school. Getting another spin. There's a gold stamp promo, but this is David Bowie's '87 album. Yeah, honestly, not essential. It's not great. It's not bad. It's just kind of in the middle. It's good production, but yeah, I don't think there's really any standout sounds. I kind of like the first song on the second side, Glass Spider, but yeah, most of the stuff's pretty forgettable. So yeah, kind of typical of his '80s production stuff, but it's just nothing really stands out. Yeah, this one's still in the shrink. But this is my original copy of Zenigeva. Something, in Japanese it would mean something like Godless God, or I don't know, something like that. But yeah, so this one curiously was released on Gillo Biafra's label, Alternative Tentacles. It's got the original label on the other side, and Japanese liner notes, curiously, didn't bother translating it into English. So it's got all the lyrics in Japanese on it. But this was a kind of a noise core kind of experimental band, kind of on the hard grinding side of things. Enjoyable. I think it was it. I like the artwork on there by Mark Fisher. But here's them there. So KK Knoll, kind of known in Japan as a noise artist. I think he shaved his head not much longer after this. I think I saw him on this tour. But yeah, they're quite impressionable live. But yeah, it's a good one if you want something kind of heavier, got a beat, but still, yeah, kind of that grinding, droning guitars and all that fun stuff. Yeah, you can kind of Stigma, Dead Sun Rising, Desire of Ragni. Yeah, it's a little on the harder side, but quite enjoyable. Now, this one again, I picked this up in Japan. I think it's like dollar bins on one of those. Like they do like the record stores there do occasionally do like clearing out of all the stuff they bought. Yeah, it's a real minty copy here of Sato Watanabe's. It was like again like early '80s, '83ish, '81. So this is one of his biggest albums. I might give it another listen. I think this is going to go on my sell pile. I don't think it's worth a lot, but this he was going for more of a kind of a it's what do you call it? Cool jazz, but it's not the good cool jazz. I don't know. It's kind of got a little bit of a Caribbean flavor he was going for there, but so he's got the suit for it, but he's out in like it's like a Nevada desert or something. Got a police car or something going there. But yeah, it's kind of interesting. He's quite famous in Japan. I have a couple of his other albums. The one he did with Chick Corea is amazing. So that's called Round Flight to Round Trip. The American one has like it's kind of psychedelic looking cover. It came out like 70-ish. But yeah, they're going for the psych market there. That one's a really good album. But yeah, this one, yeah, I don't know. I thought I'd give it a listen for $1 because he was quite huge in Japan. Very much in the pop vein, cool jazz. But yeah, I don't know. I might give it one more listen, but I think that's going onto the sale pile if anyone really wants it. Again, this was another bargain find I found recently. Very clean copy of Chick Corea and Return to Forever. I picked up a couple of these ones. This is Light as a Feather. There's a lot of vocal stuff on here. Again, kind of cool jazzy, I guess. But yeah, it's got a pretty good lineup on here. Stanley Clarke on the vocals. You got Flora Purim, I guess. Neville Potter doing lyrics. I forget. The other album I picked up had a little better explanation who was on there. But yeah, Stanley Clarke was notably on there. But yeah, this one I actually really like this one. So this will get another spin very soon. I yeah, most Chick Corea I just don't get into, but yeah, I really like this one. I picked up another one from this period he did with Return to Forever. So I'll give that one a spin too. But yeah, I really like this one. I really like the round trip one he did with Sadio Watanabe, which I just showed. The Japanese and maybe the European covers, they had like a airplane landing on it, and the American cover has this kind of psych-looking circles drawing, kind of orange and black. I've seen both in Japan, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure which one I like better as far as the artwork is concerned, but I'm going with the Japanese pressing. Here, this is another. I think I paid 50 cents for this one. Sade with Promise. This is a big one. He had the Sweetest Taboo on it. Yeah, Is It a Crime is also quite good. The whole album is quite good. So yeah, this thing is like minty, super condition. I've had some really crazy, unusually clean thrift store finds because yeah, I just bought this place and I've been trying to find like picture frames and everything else like small to kind of fill the place up. But yeah, I've had some crazy finds. I guess just right place, right time. That time of year, I guess people are clearing stuff out. So unfortunately, this was the only Sade. I think it's called Sade. She's called Sade. But yeah, this was a quite good one. I loved it. So yeah, I probably would have paid more for that. I probably will pick up some more. This was an old one I had from my collection. The Slits. So Earth Beat with the B-side or What Is It? Both quite good. So yeah, Slits. I only have this in a bootleg one, which is actually quite rare. I do have to get the one where they're kind of dressed up in kind of the tribal outfits, but kind of yeah UK girl punk with kind of heavy reggae influence there. Clash, whatever. So yeah, worth picking up if you see any slits. They're quite good. There's another one I picked up, not at a bookstore actually. It was only a few bucks. I don't think these usually go for much. Again, quite minty. Robert Cray, Strong Persuader, so highly recommended by both Jeff Kempin and Steve. Oh my god! Oh my this whatever my head cold or whatever I got. I don't know. Steve, I forgot your Carlson. Okay, sorry, I was forgetting your last name there. But the Steve, the Vinyl Steve, yeah, both heavily recommended heavily. Top album by both of them. Yeah, quite good. Kind of 80s production. I'm not a big fan of the 80s production on the blues albums, but I guess this would be considered Chicago blues. But yeah, quite enjoyable. I'll definitely be giving this a few more spins in the near future. This one, I can't remember if I showed it a few months back or not, because I had to take that kind of hiatus with the house hunt and, yeah, my wife and kid being in town. Long story, they're still stuck in Japan. But, yeah, this is Kosuke Mine Quartet and his first album. There's a French jazz label called Les Tres Jazz Club. Les Tres? I don't know. But it was originally on Three Blind Mice, and if you know Three Blind Mice, yeah, a lot of great Japanese stuff on there. Yeah, still in the I left it in the shrink. So this is the repress. The label is actually the Three Blind Mice label, which is actually kind of cool. They reproduced it. Well, yep, to some degree actually. Yeah. But yeah, this is probably I would say this is one of the probably best Japanese jazz albums ever made. Is up there. Top 10 for sure, I'd say. But you can probably still hunt down some copies. They're going up in value, but they're not crazy yet. But yeah, the originals go for really big money if you know Three Blind Mice. So Mine by or spelled mine, M-I-N-E, by Kosuke Mine. Kosuke Mine Quartets. Yeah, I'm sure you can stream it quite. Sorry guys, shuck the sticking the camera, the laptop on my chair because this makes it convenient stand, but it's not quite stable there. This is going to be running long. I can't remember again if I showed this maybe a couple months or so ago, but yeah, this is my original Dwarves. Who were this is one of their best albums. This one I'd say yeah, Blood, Guts, and Pussy, and probably actually my favorite's probably the so Thank Heaven for Little Girls. Yeah, not a politically correct band. They're kind of that shock rock kind of thing. It's just straight ahead, fun punk stuff. This one's called Sugar Fix. I'd say maybe my favorite or this or I like Thank Heaven for Little Girls. Of course, Blood, Guts, and Pussies I think is also quite good, but I think it's more famous for the cover art, the not safe for YouTube cover art. But yeah, this one is quite good. Anybody out there? Reputation, Lies, yeah, Smack City. It's all kinds of good stuff. Originally released on Sub Pop. Might be some represses out there. This is my original '90s one. Here, I think some people have shown this in the VC, but yeah, Spencer Davis Group. I'm a Man, most notably for the title track there. So kind of. Yeah, Buddy gave this to me. I think these do go for a little bit, but not terrible money. Like I don't know. I think you can get it in the $15-ish range. But yeah, Spencer Davis, Iron Man, that UK blues rock stuff. Yeah, solid album all through. Definitely giving that more of a listen. So thanks, Drew. And this is one of my favorite live bands of all time. Yeah, so it's in the shrink, so it's not no point in removing it. So Space Streakings on one of my favorite record labels, Skingraft. So kind of manic Japanese stuff. I can't remember if I showed this a couple months ago or not, but yeah. Yeah, it's been a while since I listened to it. But yeah, this is crazy. This is from the maybe early 90s. They did some collaborations with Mount Shasta and so on. And they toured with them. I think I saw them on that tour actually. But yeah, this one was originally released on vinyl and CD. Some of their other stuff I think was only CD, but got a vinyl reissue later. But yeah, it's really hard to describe except their stories supposedly, I don't know if it's true, but the one they gave the record labels was like they were like Nintendo programmers or former Nintendo programmers. So it was kind of manic, electronic. They have this like homemade air horns, like just running around with this giant compressed air tank, like scuba tanks with horns hooked up to them, electronic instrument. It's just nuts, crazy, manic. I guess it would fall into post punk, but it's pretty manic. I think they have some of their original music videos on YouTube. If you check them out, they're worth a listen at the very least. So I'm not going to say too much about this one. That Light in the Attic reissue. Really love this one. So Serge Gainsbourg with Melody Nelson. I want to pick up some of the other ones from this period, like Jane Birkin and so on. But yeah, it's a nice loungy orchestrated French pop. If you don't know it, definitely check it out. But yeah, this has gotten a lot of attention in the VC, so I'm not going to spend a lot on that. So this was another. Wasn't a terribly expensive pickup. That's under $10, I'm sure. But this is Family. This is not one of their best albums. They started out more of a psych band, I believe, and morphed a little more to the blues end of things. So this is more in the blue end of things. But it had a kind of interesting die cut TV artwork, whatever. It's an enjoyable kind of British. I think they're British anyway, from UK. It's a family blues rock. It's enjoyable, but yeah, It's not crazy good, but I want to get some of their earlier stuff, which is a little more in the psych vein. So might have shown this. So Duke Jordan Duke Jordan. So this is a Japanese pressing I picked up, 70s pressing. Duke Jordan, Mads Vinding, and Ed Thigpen. So enjoyable piano jazz, basically. Nice chill evening music after work. Wow, got quite the stack here. This is going to be another long one. Sorry, guys. Another inexpensive bookstore pickup. So, seen a couple of people show this in the past. So, Jesse Cullen Young, I think he had a couple of solo albums, 2 or 3 at least. He was from Youngbloods, of course. So, still kind of that singer-songwriter thing, but he's got a little more kind of electronic whatnot going on here. Getting a little more experimental poppy, but very enjoyable listen. You can pick this up on the cheap. It's worth picking up if you see it. Yeah, it doesn't go for much, and it's worth what you're more than what it sells for, I'd say. So this one, I've seen a few people in the VC show it in the past, but not recently. So Afrique with Soul Masaka. So the story was it's a bunch of session musicians, most notably Charles Kincaid on organ. So if you like that kind of organ, soul jazzy kind of stuff, this is a fun listen. So this is quite minty. I picked up in Japan. I didn't notice at the time, but someone had put this on their wall. Obviously, it has little tiny pinpricks, but still in the shrink. Nice clean copy. It's enjoyable. I wouldn't pay like a small fortune for it, but I think it's quite popular with the DJs who like to sample it. I was getting into more thrift store finds. I think I paid 50 cents for that. Still in the shrink. Had to do it. Bonnie Tyler. Have You Ever Seen the Rain, rather. And, of course, Total Eclipse of the Heart. So, yeah, had to do that. That kind of cheesy cover, I guess. Can you see it? She's in the burqa or whatever. I guess that was the cool thing to do for the pop artists of the time. Another thrift store pickup for maybe 50 cents. Really clean copy. Tina Turner's big album. Actually, I might throw this on later with Private Dancer on there. What's Love Got to Do with It? Great album. Actually, maybe I did. Maybe I did get that at the bookstore, but yeah, it was really cheap for the condition. This was another like $1 or $2. So Roxy Music, not their best. Like 1979, but it's a pretty solid album. It's a fun album. I'm a bigger fan of their earlier stuff, and I do need to get Siren because I really like the big track on that. But yeah, it's a Manifesto by Roxy Music. I wouldn't pay a lot for it, but yeah, it's a fun album if you find it on the cheap. This one, excellent album. Unfortunately, my copy looks really clean, but when I dropped the needle on it, this is a Japanese pressing too. It's got the Obi in there, but yeah, I don't know. They managed to scratch it along with the groove is the best way I could describe it. It sounds terrible, so I'll sell it or frame it or something, but excellent album. It's only rock and roll. Rolling Stones. I actually really like this album, so I will find a cleaner copy. But yeah, that one, there's not that many records in my collection that don't play. That's one of them. This one, this is actually a bootleg. I think it was officially released on CD only, and it's got a pirate Abe Lincoln on there. It's interesting. But yeah, Terry Riley, avant-garde artist, composer. I don't know what you want to call it. But yeah, not title track, but the A side here, "You're No Good," excellent. It's the he's doing tape. It's like 67. Yeah, 67. He's doing tape loops of the pop hit "You're No Good." I forget which artist that was, but I don't think she had a lot of hits. But that one was reasonably famous. But yeah, excellent. Basically, he's doing like tape manipulations, the whole DJ Shadow thing in 1967. Sound is amazing now. B-side Bird of Paradise, a bit more experimental. That B-side, I don't think I'll listen to as much. Yeah, well, they're both quite experimental, but that one, yeah, it's a little. It's not one like I'd listen to, but all the time. But it's interesting, especially considering it was done in '65. But this is, yeah, Terry Riley and Hearing It Good. You can still pick these up. I actually managed to get this on Discogs, surprisingly, even though it's a bootleg. So I was surprised it wasn't taken down. But yeah, really good pressing and excellent, excellent song. I love his version of this. Worth seeking out. I think it's like 15 plus shipping for the bootleg, but even though it's a single, it's the tracks are like 20 minutes long, so you're getting your money's worth. Okay, so here, this is another thrift store find, minty copy. I think it was 87 or so, 88, I think. I can't read that very well. It looks like 88, but yeah, Ziggy Marley. Not great, not bad, but if you're in the mood for reggae, it's there. That's kind of, it was worth it. I think I paid $1 for it, so that's cool. Real minty copy there. Wouldn't go out of my way to seek it out, but yeah, if you see it on the cheap, it's worth picking up. So this was Steve Carlson recommendation again. So Nigerian funk band, the Funkies. It's a little bit of a psych edge to them, 70s funk. Yeah, excellent compilation here. You can also buy their albums. This is on Soundway, soundwayrecords.com. So I think I got this through Amazon, but you can get it directly through the record label as well. They released the Funkies, a few of their albums, or the comp. I think the comps might be the way to go, but I don't know. Steve might have other ideas. But yeah, it's four sides. So if you like 70s funk, that's an excellent, excellent one. Don't want to say too much about this one, but yeah, Bob Dylan's Desire is the one that had Hurricane on it, Japanese pressing. Yeah, it's on the what do you call it? The flexible. What do you call it? Yeah. Anyway, so it's that flexi vinyl, which is kind of surprising. You don't see that much in Japan with that, but it sounds excellent. So yeah. This is another one I found at a bookstore. So I picked up a couple of Zydeco albums. Rock and Dopsy, excellent, excellent. I don't like him as much as Clinton Chenier, but this is still a really good album. I still have the price tag on there. Okay, I'll take that off. But yeah, Rock and Dopsy, so Zydeco. So yeah, so Steve, you got to check out that. I think I sent it on a message to you. You got to check that out. There's that Oblivion song about Zydeco parties. Almost to the end of the stack here. So another one I picked up recently at the bookstore. That's not the original price tag, but yeah, Backstreet Caller with this is Paul Kossoff's band After Free. So I was kind of listening to them back to back actually. So this is Free's big album. So this is the one that has All Right Now, which is kind of atypical for the rest of the album. But yeah, this album's excellent. Yeah, has Roger Waters, of course, and then I guess Pre-Floyd, or I'm not sure if he was doing. This is the Japanese pressing I picked up in Japan. But yeah, this is the Kossoff's later band before he died. But yeah, it's not as good, but it's still really good. Yeah, of course, he's considered to be one of those greatest guitarists ever or something. Yeah. But yeah, cut out. Yeah, nice and clean copy here. So it might be, I wouldn't go out of my way to get it, but if you see it, it's worth a pickup. So yeah, I'll just end it there. So hopefully I didn't catch that damn virus everyone's spreading around Virginia right now. So have a good one, and yeah, maybe I'll be doing another video this week if I'm home listening to a lot of records. So take care, everyone. Keep washing your hands, and have a great weekend, week, whatnot. Signing out.